Avatar Fire and Ash is the absolute best way to spend $450 million. But it's not just special effects that make the final Avatar great. It's one other thing, and if you don't have that one piece of the puzzle, you may as well light that production budget on fire. Hey, I'm Mike. I studied film, I work in TV, and if you love movies as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and get notified when new content's posted. I'm not going to bury the lead here. I freaking loved Avatar Fire and Ash. First, it's a technological achievement. It looks absolutely stunning. Nearly everything you see on screen is generated with CGI. That is to say, it's computer-generated image. I should mention that it's very different from AI. AI is generated by entering a prompt, and the AI bot creates an image whole cloth out of thin air. AI is soulless and bland. Computer-generated imagery is more like animation. Teams of talented technicians scour over every frame, making it just right. There are lighting teams and background teams and water and fire teams. Those are teams of people just making sure those aspects look as good as they can be. There are even teams creating the characters who are speaking the lines. They use motion capture to capture the movements of the actors, which allowed them to map those movements onto the computer-generated characters. I want everyone who watches not just Fire and Ash, but all of the Avatar movies to understand just how much work went into what you're seeing on screen. How many people were employed by the production, how many craftspeople lent their talents and skills. But the thing that Fire and Ash had that was the key to bringing it all together was story. Without a good story, you may as well light that production budget on fire. Fire and Ash introduces us to a new tribe of Na'vi, the Manquan, led by a fierce high priestess, Varang. Varang may be the fiercest-looking badass chick next to Uma Thurman in Kill Bill or Harley Quinn in the Joker movies. Seriously, check her out. Her look is amazing. The plot is complex, but we're used to that from previous Avatar films. There are side quests and multiple character arcs. In fact, I think every character with a speaking part has a well-fleshed-out arc. They could have made separate movies out of each of the side characters' journeys. More than a few times, I admired just how much story they were stuffing into this movie. Like I said, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes, but it really doesn't feel like it. It will grab you from the get-go and take you on a ride. It is everything you have come to expect from big, expensive Hollywood movies. Avatar Fire and Ash follows the original Avatar released in 2009 and Avatar The Way of Water in 2022. The first two Avatar films are the first and third highest grossing films of all time. James Cameron's other little movie holds the number 4 slot. According to Box Office Mojo, the first two Avatar films have grossed approximately $5,267,188,009 at the box office worldwide. I know the industry is expecting big numbers from Fire and Ash, but I have to wonder if the box office draw is still there. The Way of Water was released in 2022, and although it was only 3 years ago, it may as well have been a lifetime ago according to the theaters. I hate to say this, but I'm not predicting Fire and Ash will pull the same kind of box office as the other two in the franchise, but it absolutely should. It's equally good. In my opinion, it might be the best film in the trilogy. That's a tough statement. The first one set the world up for us, but this one gives us a very satisfying ending. I'll have to think about which of the three is my favorite. Maybe you guys can battle that out in the comments section. Anyway, I don't think it breaks records at the box office for a couple of reasons. First, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes long, and my theater tacked on a full 30 minutes of commercials and trailers. This message is going out to the theater owners. This has got to stop. You wonder why people aren't going to the theaters anymore? This is why. As an adult, I have shit to do. I can't be sitting in a movie theater all day. I was getting angry texts from my wife asking me why I went to see a double feature. I'm not kidding, she really said that. Nearly 4 hours is also an eternity for kids with short attention spans who can't stay off their phone for more than a few minutes. One of the reasons I go to the theater is to get off my phone for a little while. But come on, even I was checking my phone to see if my kids had burned the house down or not. So it's long. It's worth every minute of it, but it's long. As I said, it's a thrill ride and it moves, but try and use the bathroom before it starts. But the other reason I don't think it'll break box office records is the ticket price. I bought one ticket for a matinee, no less, which cost just under $20, and I spent nearly $30 on a small popcorn and a water. And a hot dog. What? It was lunchtime. Come on, though. $50 for one person to see a movie? I did a little digging, and in 2022, the average movie ticket price was around $10. What would cause a movie ticket to double in 3 years? Lack of attendance? If capitalism was working the way it should, then ticket prices should go up when demand is high and go down when demand is low. Right now, demand is very low. So guys, it's time to lower those ticket prices and get people into those theaters. I know I sound like an old man, but if you want to fill the theaters up again, you gotta make it so kids can go to the movies without their parents. Who goes to the movies? Kids who are too young for bars, but too old to stay home with their parents. And I don't know any kid willing to drop $50 for a night at the movies. And don't tell me that Hollywood isn't making any good movies. I would argue that 2025 has been one of the best years for original movies in a very long time. Sinners, Weapons, Begonia, One Battle After Another, all this year, just to name a few. Anyway, if I say more, I fear I'll spoil Avatar Fire and Ash, and it's really best experience in a theater, so take out that second mortgage out on the house and cash in the kids' savings bonds and go see Fire and Ash in the theater. It really is a spectacle. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Avatar Fire and Ash. I'd love to read yours in the comments below. As always, film is about community. I'm Mike, and I love movies.